Hey folks, welcome back to our 2017 coverage of the GAMA trade show here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I am Sam Healy, watching the Dice Tower, and I have Greg here from Dust Studios. Thanks for joining us again here. It's been a year since we talked last at GAMA.
Indeed.
Of course, we've been talking, off and on. But so what's Dust been up to since then?
A lot of things. Product-wise, we fleshed out the new faction that I just showed you last year, the Luftwaffe for the Axis. We also had a bunch of new releases for everyone.
Okay.
We also planned some new stuff, and I'm going to show you a few of them today.
Okay.
We released a new rule book
this
winter, which was a huge success.
Yeah.
Ran out several times. So this is the complete rules for the game for everyone from the really casual to the very hardcore gamer.
Okay.
Grid or gridless.
Okay.
So if you want to play
every faction's in there.
Every faction, you have the platoons for everyone. You have 15 scenarios. You have the special rules for weather, for terrain, everything.
I'm just going to thumb through it as you talk about it.
Then,
so basically, up in the front here is your basic rule book, right?
Yes. So you're going to have the same rules that you found in our starter rules.
Yeah.
Okay. So the same first 30 pages, giving you really the base rules of everything.
Right.
So
then
nothing has changed.
Right.
And you're going to have all the descriptions of the platoons, which are these team forces that you can use to gain bonuses during the game. It's okay, it doesn't break.
Okay.
So
doesn't break.
It doesn't break. So
we'll test that theory in just a minute.
No problem.
All right.
And then after the platoons, you're going to have the scenarios.
Okay.
So 15 of them, so that really you can play the way you want on tables that are really varied when it comes to scenery, terrain.
Yeah, there was new rules about 3D, 3D battlefields and stuff like that too.
You only have 7 pages for it because basically you play with the same rules.
Very neat.
You just change when you measure line of sight and ranges. So it's really easy.
Okay, I fixed it. I won't try to break it. I can't do that.
No, really,
all right.
You can dismount it completely. It's not.
Okay.
It's
very
not
cool.
A problem. So it's 40 parts, as I told you. So it's really easy.
40 parts.
40 parts. Yeah.
All right, but now as we talked about last year, they came up with this new idea of you can buy this on sprue, right?
Yes.
Then you can go ahead, and then you can also buy them put together and primed.
Yep.
Or you can buy what you have here. This is the premium version, right?
Exactly. You can see it on the box. You will see the difference here. You will have the stamp premium, and that tells you that it's completely put together and completely painted.
Correct. Correct.
Really professional level.
Yeah, I mean this is great. I mean even down, you can't see it now. We'll probably show you while you're doing the QA, but there's like glass lights and everything. It's amazing.
Yeah, we're really proud of our range in general, but this one is really a step up. In the industrial process. As I was telling you, our molds are not made the same way anymore.
Right.
And instead of being just up and down, we have molds that now open like flowers that allow us to create details absolutely everywhere in the miniature, including in ways that you won't see most of the time.
Yeah, right. So that's cool, though.
Really close to the model kit quality.
Right, so you can put it together and just really take your time with it. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's cool. All right, so this is just one of the ones that you have coming out here pretty soon. What are some of the others?
So some of the others, we're going to have new units for the Luftwaffe. We're still fleshing out the army.
Okay.
Basically, the point is to be completely ready for the end of the summer, and then just release them along the others. Normally.
Okay.
But this summer is also really exciting because we're going to have 2 new factions and 2 new starter sets. So the first one is for the SSU. It's going to be the Chinese Liberation Army.
Oh, okay.
Where we're going to introduce a new gameplay option with a hero that is actually made of 2 miniatures instead of 1. So they're going to play as a unit that can join another unit. So it's going to create really a whole new array of strategies.
Interesting.
And then we're going to have the Long Range Desert Group, which is also known as the Desert Scorpions for the Allies. So it's a ragtag team of all the nations that didn't really have a complete army back in the days.
All right.
So you're going to have the French Legion, you're going to have the Australian forces, you're going to have some Italians, you're going to have a lot of different nations. And again, new gameplay because we're going to introduce very light vehicles that have new rules that allow you to attack, move, and move again.
Wow.
So really
like
fast
a fast
attack,
vehicle.
Harassment, it's going to be really
That's cool.
Really interesting.
we have this big,
so
nasty looking guy here.
I don't know if
no, that's fine.
Properly,
yeah.
This is a scenery element that we're going to release at the end of the year. It is a Cthulhu spawn.
A Cthulhu spawn?
Yes, it's a fossil, obviously, taking the stone.
Correct.
It's going to announce the new faction that we're going to release for Christmas, which is Cthulhu and the Cultists.
Great.
So one-shot army, limited number of SKUs, and basically you're going to have monsters and cultists with old-fashioned weapons, you know, like the old-fashioned Thompsons with the drum.
Okay. Okay.
So it's going to be really more something fun.
All right.
Already completely playable at the release.
Okay. So this is just man, this has got some heft to it too.
We're going to have a version of it also that's going to light up. We're working on it right now because actually you don't see it right now, but inside the head of the monster, you actually have a skull.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
we
man.
sculpt inside the skull.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
All right. So that is foreboding.
Yeah. So,
all right, and then we have a book over here by Mr. Chambers.
Yeah, exactly. So last year we released a novel by Matt Forbeck, and this is the second novel that we're releasing. So this one is back on in Zverograd, so still the winter battlefield, but with a complete different hero. We're going to focus on Winter Child on this one.
Okay.
It's the first of a series, so you will see that.
Right.
You have a number because we're going to release every 2 years. We're going to basically release every year. We're going to release a novel from one or the other series.
Okay, that's cool. So this is just in the Dust world, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a complete novel. This one is interesting also because at the end you will have a lot of explanations on the universe. So you have this whole chapter called VK and U, and it gives you all the explanations about what is the VK and why it was so important in our universe.
Neat. All right, so that's cool. You're kind of branching out a little bit, yeah.
Exactly.
All right, very good.
Next year we're going to have the Japanese Naval Army.
Japanese Naval Army.
Yeah. So it's going to be a whole new block by itself, and then we're going to have the Vrills. So actually the aliens that started it all.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
So a lot of cool stuff on the horizon here. Anything else that maybe you just didn't touch on yet for this year?
Right now, no.
No?
Nothing that I can divulge.
Nothing that you can divulge. There's always something, right?
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Greg. We appreciate it.
It's a pleasure.
And thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.